Welcome guys to another World War Marvel Contest of Champions. You should know us by now, Adam and John, and we have another matchup for you. And today's matchup is
it's our last of the quarterfinals.
That's
this
right.
is one that a lot of folks have been looking forward to.
Because they want to see who wins between Wolverine and Drax.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of folks are calling Drax as the odds-on good chance to win everything overall.
Yep.
This is one of the fights that I think, could potentially be one of his problems, just because Wolverine can get a lot of attacks off.
He can.
He's got low cost. He's got close combat master, so he can afford not to boost.
And he can only take max 3 damage from each attack, which is huge when you think about the stuff that Drax can do with his attacks when he gets up there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be huge for Wolverine to take max 3 damage each hit.
It is. It's not as bad because Drax is really only capping out at 3 damage most of the time anyway.
Unless he's critting or
it's just
throwing something when he's in Fury.
It's just going to take it. Well, really, the Fury doesn't matter because it doesn't raise his strength. It just raises his attack roll. I mean, it's
true. But he gets plus 1 damage to all his attacks so when he's in Fury.
But he doesn't get the benefit of skills and abilities.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so there's no Fury on the throw. But it does mean that the crits won't matter.
Yeah.
So in some ways it helps and hurts Drax in that regard, that you don't worry about having to reroll stuff.
But we'll see.
We'll see. I think Drax gets the nod. I think Fury, just from the flurry of attacks, it's going to give him.
Yep. And I'm hoping regen will help, and the ability to negate some of those attacks will help.
Yeah.
So for Wolverine.
Yeah. No, it's Fury. I think is going to be the big turn.
It's a game changer.
Depending on how that turn goes, that will decide who wins this match. I think.
And I just have to be smart with when I actually play Fury, or play that card, I should say. So we'll show you the board, and we'll get right into the match from there, guys. So this here is the board that we're playing with. We got our buildings and gas stations, cop cars, trucks, and stuff like that. It is a 2x2 board, and that is it. So we'll come back with initiative for first round, or sorry, deployment for then initiative next. Here's the roll for deployment. Drax gets a 6 to John's
Wolverine 7. So Wolverine is going to pick deployment.
All right, we'll come back with his deployment next. So Wolverine sets up right there behind that truck within 6 inches of the backfield. And Drax is going to set up right here on the gas station. Sorry, so you can see him right there on the gas station. Come back with initiative next. Initiative, round 1. I got a 5.
So do I.
All right, re-roll that. I got a 2 to John's.
I got a 3.
John.
I'm going to let Drax go first.
All right, Drax will go first. So for Drax's first go, he's actually going to use 2 power. And he's going to move 9 inches to get in contact with that phone booth over there. Next, he's going to use 3 power to grab that phone booth and throw it at Wolverine. So that leaves him with 2 power remaining.
All right.
Here's the agility roll.
Agility roll for Wolverine. I got a 10, and I have acrobats.
Yep. So you fail.
Yep. Let's try that again.
Yep. And one high, one low. Alright, so he avoids that damage from that telephone booth. And Drax will camp on 2 power that he has remaining after that attack. Wolverine, what is he going to do for his go?
Alright, so his first action is going to be to spend 2 power to move 7. We've pre-measured it and figured out he can make it.
Yep, well if I can throw a phone booth at you for 8 inches, I'm pretty sure you can make a 7-inch move.
He is then going to go and do an overloaded best there is.
And I am going to improve my physical defense up to a 19. So
I have a 6 attack right now because I'm in the gray.
That's right.
I do have close combat master, so I can re-roll one of these dice.
That's right. And you're definitely going to need it.
Yeah, let's re-roll one of the ones.
Yep. And you couldn't even statistically have made that roll, actually, because you had 4 plus 6 is 10, and 8. You had to get over up to 20. So, Drax takes no damage from that attack. Do you have any power left or no?
Nothing left.
All right, we'll come back with initiative next round. Initiative next round. I got an 8.
I got 7.
Drax is going to go first. Drax here, he's going to start off the turn by doing a overloaded grab and throw on Wolverine.
I will boost my physical, so it puts me to an 18.
Okay, Drax has a 7 attack right now, plus Elite Fighter, which gives him plus 1.
Do not get to use Elite Fighter on ground throw.
Skills. Alright, so he has a 7 attack. And that's 12 there, so that's a 19, so that's a hit. So I'm going to just basically grab Wolverine and throw him over on this side, over here.
3 damage.
Yeah. And then while he's knocked down, I'm going to do a regular strike on Wolverine. So he has a -3 to his defense right now.
-3 to his defense, and he lost his defensive stance, so 13.
13. Let's see if I hit. So that is 13 there plus his attack. That's 2 more damage to Wolverine. He's almost in the pale. Wolverine's go.
Alright, so he spends 1 power to stand up.
Yep.
I am then going to do an overloaded snicked attack.
Okay, I'm going to improve my physical defense with my last power. Yep.
Puts you to a 19.
That's
I'm
right.
looking for 14s on the dice.
And you get to re-roll one of those.
Reroll one.
You
That's
don't need
14.
to.
That is good enough to hit, and it is a crit.
Alright, so that is 3 damage to Drax. He's still in the gray. He has 2 left on the gray.
And then a regular snick.
Okay. That's
not good enough, but Combat Master says still not good enough.
So, in total, Drax takes 3 damage from that attack. Alright, here's the initiative for the next phase, or next turn. I get a 6.
I got 8. I'm going to go first.
Alright, Wolverine will be coming up first. So what's Wolverine going to do for this round?
Alright, so I'm going to do an overloaded grab and throw.
Okay, I'm going to improve my physical defense.
Yep,
Up
so
to
I'm
19.
looking for 14s on the dice.
Okay.
And I have no reroll.
And that is enough to do it,
good
though.
enough to do it.
That is 14 plus 3 is 17 plus your
my
attack.
base 6 is 23.
Boom.
So I'm going to plant Drax right there.
Okay. He
so
is
that
knocked down.
Yeah, so that's 2 damage because of my strength.
Yep.
And then I will follow up with a regular schnicked.
Okay. So I'm at a 17 defense right now, but knocked down.
Knocked down brings you down to a 14.
Exactly.
So I need 9s on the dice with a reroll.
You definitely need a reroll.
Need an 8.
Nothing. That is a 4 in total. So Drax go next. Beginning of Drax's activation, he's actually going to use Fury, giving him 3 power. Drops his defenses by 3 and gives him +2 attack.
+2 attack.
Yeah, +2 attack, +1 damage. So, with that said, he at this point in time has a whopping 4 plus 8 power left, enough for 2 strikes.
Yeah.
And 2 regular strikes and an overloaded grab and throw. So he's gonna stand up in that obviously first and everything, which costs him the power. But after that, he has enough for the overloaded grab and throw and 2 strikes.
Wolverine will boost his physical defense.
Okay, so here's the overloaded grab and throw first off. I want to make sure I get that. So that's 13 plus his attack of 10. So that's a hit. So that's 3 damage, and I'm just going to throw Wolverine over here at that point on the ground.
And that puts Wolverine into the pale.
Uh-oh. And then I have enough for 2 regular strikes. So these will do 3 damage each. And so that's a hit. And next one is 9 plus his attack, which is enough to actually
put him out,
incapacitate Wolverine. We'll come back with the after action report next. Welcome guys to the after action report. You saw the match between Wolverine and Drax. And I gotta say, Drax is a beast.
He's a beast. He is. I mean, he comes off a lot better in these one-on-ones than he would in a normal game.
That's correct.
Just because the power of Fury, one of the disadvantages of it is the penalty to your defense lasts until your next activation.
That's right.
So in these one-on-ones, it's great. You Fury, you have initiative the next turn,
you're good.
Gone.
That's right.
If not, you probably have to only weather 1 attack from your opponent, and then it's gone.
Yep.
In a regular game, you could be looking at 3 or 4 attacks coming at you before you get the penalty gone.
Absolutely. And that would make a huge game changer. So it's a big thing here.
Yeah. Here, it's really, really solid.
That's right. But
in a regular game, it's still solid.
It's still really good, but it has some limitations or some side effects to it.
There's a penalty to it, so you do have to be a little more... You have to be careful when you activate.
That's right. So with Drax winning, I guess he'll be taking on Spider-Man in this side of the bracket.
Yeah, it means we get
for
Drax,
the
Spidey,
and Jean Grey and Vision of all fights. Like that's pretty.
A lot of us weren't expecting Vision. We figured the low attack was going to hamper him.
Yeah,
but he's been performing admirably.
He has been doing very, very well.
Yeah.
It was some lucky dice rolls, I think, up against Ares.
Yeah.
I thought Ares probably should have
suffered a little bit from dice rolls.
That's right.
But you capitalized when you needed to.
And that's what mattered.
Yeah.
So, Drax, I after seeing this, I think we'll probably end up going the entire way with the Fury.
I think the only thing that may slow Drax down is Jean Grey.
Yeah.
I think Jean could be Drax's biggest issue because she can deal with his mental defense is not that great, so Jean can overcome that.
That's right.
She can throw out enough damage to hurt him.
Absolutely, and that's a huge thing because once Drax is out of the gray, then he becomes that much weaker because he loses 2 to his attack roll.
Well, he loses all his attack. He's losing some defense.
That's right. I mean, two mental as well. So it goes from 16 to 14. So that's awesome. So, but guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, ignite your hobby.